Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Smith going to go to the air, first play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Geno. He finds his man complete. That's Bowers. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Caught by Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5. In motion left goes Allen. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hampton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Appreciate you tuning in to the stream, Kansas City.
Herbert. He's got it to Williams. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Herbert going to change the play here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Damn!
Fires one incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll change things up. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Herbert just beat the play clock.
I like my bed warm at 85 degrees.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Smith's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Smith on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Eluding the pressure right. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Now Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. From the 50, it's Smith. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Smith now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. They're going for more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught by Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert changing things up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Malcolm Kuntz. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They hand this off to Harris. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Harris, touchdown, Chargers. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Smith. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones
Come on,
bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Herbert now.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Good job.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Buying time to his left.
And Herbert going to slide to his stop, and he has a 1st down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete.
That was far. That could have been
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On the draw, it's Harris.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
Damn!
It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, it's Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Again, it's Edwards. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
Good job.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Harris going to get it again on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On the give, this is Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 21-10 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side.
He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Now Geno on first down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From the red zone now, Smith.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 9.
To the air again, Smith.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They run once more with Edwards. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's Herbert.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Brandon Faison. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Geno's going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get in for 2 points. And
that was some bullshit.
Down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Gets around him, and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 89 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ballgame. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Herbert. Short throw to Disley. That's good for a gain of 6. And we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First of all, you check with the man first.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. A give to Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Herbert off of play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Hampton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game. Get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And here he goes right side.
To the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
You can save up to $150.
This is fucking ridiculous, man.
Got a bunch of different sets. This one is the special someone, the freedom flyer, the overpack.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Smith. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the kick is good.
This is crazy.
But the carry goes his way. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you hate to admit it, but sometimes in this sport, the determining factor of who wins, who loses, just plain dumb luck.
Yeah, sometimes it turns out that way, doesn't it? If this is basketball, we'd say that was a shooter's bounce, right? In this case, hitting the crossbar and finding its way over. I actually coached in a game where a kid made a 42-yard field goal, which was the extent of his distance, hit the crossbar, fell over for the win. It goes in the other direction. We lose that night.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Allen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Harris has it over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And we'll get this down into about the 46. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Now that's not like a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Oh my fucking man, god damn, bro, this shit annoying.
He's not received the protection he needs, and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the 50, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the delay, here's Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There to make the stop was John Jenkins. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. That time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will allow them to disrupt the play.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Looking for Cooper, that's complete.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now Herbert going to change the look. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Allen's got it complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I feel like if it's said like that, almost like shallowy on camera, it can also be said off camera.
Here's Herbert.
I'm not gonna
And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So let's put it on my soul. Let's put it on all my loved ones. Let's put it on my existence. Let's put it on every fact that can still come out. Let's put it on every text message that people still have. Let's put it on every DM that still is in existence. Let's put it on
Herbert on first down now. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I love talking about the stuff that we normally cover on the podcast because I don't know niggas. I don't know the niggas. Nothing I ain't break bread with them niggas. I never
Herbert.
shake them niggas' hands. I tell you that all the
That's caught at the 2. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now, Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. So the Raiders now down by 10, 2:25 remaining. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bowers. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That Hollow mentioned, he gave out the website.
Smith to throw.
Let's start to walk.
It's caught. Cooper.
What is the website?
Here's 2nd down and 3. Smith's going to throw it. But he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. Smith. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Geno now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Okay, all right, so the link, I'm not going to classify it as fake. And when I pull up the link.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Documents that's tied to it. Right?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
You see all these dates. You see all these exhibits.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
If I start to go through just a couple of them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
Then I start to ask the question, like, all right, is Holla cap? Let's see. This is the first one. It's supposed to be. Okay, cool. This is the first one. At approximately 1-8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They continue into the lobby where things escalated both verbally and physically.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
Saying, 4-3-2 got to be like a neighbor or something. I don't know. All right,
so that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Las Vegas.
It is what it is. There's all types of little domestic spats. You make a phone call or the building representative or a neighbor hears some shit, sees some fussing. You got civilians. You got somebody's grandmother heard something, made a phone call. Not a big deal. But when I looked over this shit, as I read more and more through the paperwork, I'm like, this is all spanning. It's not like one day. It's all across like months and months and months of incident reports and police filings and court shit. So this is like another one. Around 1:10 p.m., residents from 332, John put his hands and grabbed her neck area. His wife, Naisha, also a resident of 332, and he then pushed her towards the elevator lobby, R1 and R2. I then asked the resident, John, to please let her go, which he did, then proceeded to leave the lobby. I then called resident manager Simeon to inform him and what I just witnessed. So this is somebody in the report saying that they intervened in the situation. Now, even at the top, and on all these reports, it does say John. So I did see in Mook's interview, he's like, actually, he said on stage too, Jonathan versus John. If it's Jonathan, then it's fake. I don't know what the hell I was talking about when he said Jonathan, to be honest, because everything in here says John. But I don't know. Once again, people be having like these little disputes, like little spats, whatever, but this is somebody who works there that's saying this whole thing about, I don't need to read it twice. Alright. This one. This is like just case charges. It says John Ankrum up here, New York Criminal Court. Alright. 1 count, arrest charge, assault 3, incident caused physical injury. Okay, whatever. Alright, another count, arrest charge, recklessly caused physical injury. Okay. Arrest charge, criminal possession, count, substance, count 3. It just says weapon or a drug. It says crack. Like, I don't know. Arrest charge, aggravated assault, injury to family. That's where I think Holla. That's why I was just like, yo, dog, there better be paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it's just a lot of documents up there. Because once you start putting this type of stuff in your raps, people's gonna read it. People's gonna look at it. And it's just like these charges is matching some of the raps. shit, but there is paperwork matching the raps. Alright, this is another sheet of it. Goddamn.